Okay, this is a word as I'm just sitting and thinking about the fullness of the Father, the message of His Christ, the gift of His Word. Through different times and different periods, the Father has given word that souls may come to be nourished by good thoughts, good things, unquestionable sayings, and accurate doctrines. Some of these have been called the illuminators, the sons, the nirvanas, the kings of kings, and the lords. They've been great. But there's an assembly of the body also of the prophets and the messengers, the wise teachers, the philosophers, the sages, those who taught the way of the Father and the way of light, the way of truth and the way of goodness. We find that our current world of modern culture and globalization has begun to cause this world to be in a hardship. Technology, though it's making things quicker, is dulling down many minds, allowing the ability of common sense to not be developed, not understanding how to make wise decisions when situations arise, causing much confusion. It's because the religion has become vain amongst many men. The teachings and the doctrines have become unprofitable because it's not mixed with faith, but mixed with money, mixed with profit and greed, mixed with the success of oneself and how they come to be appeared before others. Yeah. There are those who teach the gospel of Jesus Christ, which is the gospel of His sufferings and also the gospel of His raising. But the gospel of Jesus Christ is the gospel of the kingdom of heaven. It is ascension. It is thrones. It is wisdom. It is accurate knowledge of one being perfected and becoming themselves, becoming what the Father has formed them to be. Everyone has given fashion and given ability and given form, for all things within the body are part of the body. There is not one greater and there is not one that is least, for surely if it's in the body, it has a function. Though the tares may make many annoyed with the presence of their doubtful thinking and their naysaying ways, but yet they cause us to have faith and cause us to combat the ways of doubt. See, in their naysaying, they become a body for that house. See, the speaking of Christ is the speaking of faith. The speaking of calling those things which are not as though they are. Not just around you in others' lives, but also in your life. See, you have to fervently pray to the Father that He may bestow upon you the intangible gifts of knowledge, intelligence, understanding, consideration, perception, love, joy, peace, perfection, chrism, anointing, ability, sonship, kingship. But you also must walk in these ways too, displaying these characteristics. You say you're a king and a queen, but yet do you walk as one? You say you are just, but yet do you judge others and yet not accurately judge yourselves? Let us properly, accurately view ourselves and examine ourselves. See, there is no one who can put God in a box or put Him in one religion or one other. For He's a wise gardener who has sowed His seed amongst the nations, amongst the times, amongst the existences, amongst the firmaments, amongst the powers, amongst the abilities, amongst those which are seen and unseen, those things which are unknown, those things are known, those things which are present and those things which have not yet made themselves manifest. The things which are perfect and full of glories, and even in the things which are deficient and serve for the burning of the fire. All things are good in the Father. There's a purpose here. It's the race of men, not a race of color, creed. For color is only a pigment of skin. But the knowledge of the mind is that who has sent you and that which message you carry. What message do you carry? Is it a message of the Father? And is it a message of truth? Is it a message of exhortation, edification, and that which knowledge and a way of being made known comes forth? Or is it that of casting doubt or for mere profit and business processes and being able to run an organization with efficiency and being able to maintain a high profit ratio? Examine one's intentions. For money and gain only profits little, and it does not profit for long. It is wisdom that profits forever. You are eternal beings and you shall live forever, whether you go to the fire or whether you go to the heights. And within the heights there are firmaments and stations. And according to the knowledge that you possess is where you shall abide forever. For you cannot go to a place you have not yet known or know or come into the knowledge of. But what you have the knowledge of and the capacity to know, therefore you shall abide in that place. Keeping it short and sweet. God bless you. May the Father bless you. May the Son bless you. And may the Spirit of grace and holiness be upon you, in you, forever and ever. God bless.